Hello. I haven't done one of these talks in a bit. When was the last one? Wasn't it the feeling chained down? Right? That was the last video I posted before I took like a few months on hiatus. It was January and February, and then 2 months I took on hiatus, and then I posted at the very last day of March. Sorry, second to last day of March. Right? It was feeling chained down. Yes, and that was back in November. The one before that was what? Who Am I? In July, when I posted the trans shit, and then it was Future Aspirations in May. And I guess Don't Give Up in November, the year before that. Here we are once again for a talk. We're gonna be chit-chatting. This one, I'm thinking I'm gonna title it "The Goings On." Updates, just general updates. Update number 1, because I mentioned I was going to do this, I believe, in one of the few videos I posted in the last 7 months. Right, 7 months? April, March, February, January, December, or November, October, September. Never mind, 8 months. Sorry, 8 months. Was a Patreon update. I think I'm going to keep it as is. It's still only one tier, titled The One and Only. If I'm not mistaken, right? That's what it's called, The One and Only. Yeah, One and Only. Might even edit it, actually. I'm gonna edit it right now. One and Only? No. I changed it. It's now $1 a month. Used to be 3, now it's 1. Yep, there we go, change it. It's gonna remain exactly as is. It'll just get early access. And that's it. Just simple early, usually a day's worth of early access of content. And uncensored, obviously. That's it. Nothing else for Patreon. What else? I wanted to make this because I just wanted to talk. You know, it's good to just get your thoughts out in the world. Drawing, I guess. I was really apparently not taking it seriously. Back when I made Future Aspirations. Studying anatomy? Pff, I wish. I've been doing a lot better, though. I've been getting a lot more confident. I've been sharing some shit on Instagram, if you want to go follow me there. At Merciful Chatter. I thought this would just be a general video to share who I am. Why am I going into that now? I'll go into who I am in a bit. As a person, I suppose. What else? About out of school. I'm gonna take a gap year because art. The deadline for most schools is already up, so it's not like I could if I wanted to right now. I'd have to wait a year anyway, or wait at least till what? December 1st, I think is when most schools have their deadline. Yeah, that's my plan, I guess, for the next year. Probably I'm gonna do April 1st next year. Yeah, no. Back to the 9 to 5 thing. I don't think I ever explained it properly in the last video on Future Aspirations. I explained how I just thought it was boring, and just said, and left it at that. It's not that I find it boring. I just can't physically do it. You know? I'm pretty sure there's like a study about this. A lot of people who are autistic find it hard to just actually do other jobs that don't relate to any interest of some sorts. And I totally agree. That is definitely me. Yeah. What else? I was like just thinking about like, ooh, I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about that. Ooh, yeah. No, I got nothing now. Chainsaw Man ended. Do you guys see that? I'm kidding. About me. That's right. My name. I've been saying Lynn, but that was when I thought I was bi, gender, not sexual. I'll get into that after. But I've recently discovered that maybe that's not the best name. I have a list of names now to test out whenever I can. Because, have you seen the world? Sorry, have you seen the United States right now? Not united, if you know what I mean. What else? Drawing. I'm working on a series. I revealed it in the No I'm Not a Human video I posted yesterday. Titled, well, it was the Embrace the Inevitable Ending. The series Jin Sakushi. If you don't know, actually, I just realized I never even explained it in the video, Jinsakushi is not a real Japanese word. It is a mixture of two Japanese words, which if you take their meanings separately, we have Jinsaku, which means quick and / or rapid, and then we have Shi, which means death. He's a mercenary. I'll put a image on screen of him. I even put the little description I put on Instagram. There it is. Yeah, that's him. He's gonna be the main character and the namesake of the series. It'll just be called Jinsakushi. And I've actually, like, I realized I never actually wrote any of his story down. I just thought it all in my head, and I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Nothing's ever gonna go away. A lot of stuff went away. Now I'm actually working on it. I'm currently like 30 pages in, roughly 12,000 words. And I'm not. Then again, it's hard to like figure out where it's gonna be, because like I said before, it's gonna be like a manga format. It's kind of hard to say like how many of those words translate to manga pages, because it's not like, it isn't written out like how you'd expect a novel to be written out. It's written out as if like I'm just saying what happens on the pages, you know. So it's hard to tell like how much of this is gonna be here, you know, how long it's actually gonna be. So I can't estimate how long. I'm hoping I want to do the first part of the series in the first singular few chapters, but I'm not sure how long a chapter is going to be, because obviously chapters are only 20 pages in length, so it all depends. Maybe I'll have to alter some shit, who knows. Yeah, that's currently how Jinsakushi is going. Going great. Yeah, about me. I'm just gonna keep saying Lin for now until I think there's a better name that suits me. But we'll have to see how far that goes. Sexuality. So I'm demisexual, which can be placed onto other sexualities, I suppose. But it pretty much means I don't get sexually attracted or aroused to someone unless I formed an intimate bond, i.e., friends need to be friend first. I can't just go fucking hook up. I never understand hookups. But because of this and of the fact that my brain needs constant hits of dopamine, this is gonna sound weird. Bear with me here. I don't even know if I can say it now. I'm a bit embarrassed. Audio porn, all I'm gonna say. And, you know, audio porn is a great way to experiment, because you have to place yourself in the shoes of the listener, because obviously it's a great way to experiment with gender and sexuality, both in the likes. If you can't actively come out to someone, try listening to those. There are safe for work versions. Just go to any audio. They're not called audio. Go to Reddit. Search up Gone Wild Audio. There's a bunch of subsections. You'll see them. And just search in the bar then SFW, and you'll get a bunch of safe for work options. But it's a great way to experiment. And I've been experimenting with that. Confirmed trans. Definitely. I did not like being referred to as boy in those. And second, definitely like girls. I have tried the guy ones, and I just feel so icky every time. Why do their voices gotta sound like that? You know what I mean? why does it gotta sound like that? It's weird. I don't like them. As much as I've tried, trust me, I've tried a lot. Because like maybe there's something wrong, you know. Because you know I've always liked girls. Boobies are cool. So much so that I realized I was one. But that's not to say, like, I was to say maybe on trans, and I'm like, oh, most people are usually bi. Most people are somewhat bi. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll listen to some of these, see my response. The response was not good. So lesbian confirmed then, I guess. I also confirmed that in the No I'm Not a Human video, when I was talking about tall, lanky man. Or I said I would trust him with my life, and then I said it not marriage-wise, because girls. What else is there? I post content for fun, I suppose. Oh my god, we're only 11 minutes into this. You know, I thought I was gonna have a lot more to talk about than this shit. What else? Voice acting, I suppose I can do. It's really hard, pretty much because I've edited enough YouTube videos to hear my voice the same. Whenever I edit them, I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm not shocked by that. But damn, voice acting's hard. I've like taken clips of animes online and just taken all the sound out, replaced the sound effects, and tried dubbing over them. It's a lot harder than it looks. Yeah, but I'm still steadily trying to do it. I think so far the character I found that I've been able to find the most confident in voicing is Jotaro from JoJo's, which is crazy. What else want to talk about? Anime awards, maybe. Anime awards. Dandadan is my personal favorite. Followed closely behind by the Summer Hikaru died. Then Gachiakta, I suppose. No, My Hero. And then Gachiakta. People are clowning on My Hero. All Might's cool. I have a quote of All Might on hanging up in my room on my whiteboard. Here, I'll read it out. Actually, I'll just play the fucking clip of the dub. Of Chris Sabat. I mispronounced his name for like a fucking year. It's Chris Sabat, not Chris Sabat.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond! Plus!
One Piece live action. That was really good. I really enjoyed the One Piece live action. Season 3 just got confirmed for next year, so that'd be pretty cool. It's kind of hard talking about yourself. You know, this is why I always am like... Another reason why I can't do normal jobs, I can't do interviews. I physically can't do interviews. I don't like being formal. Being formal's always pissed me off. It's like, oh, fuck it, just hire me. Come on. I'm so glad I didn't have to do an interview with McDonald's. That would fucking sucked. So tell us about yourself. I don't know. I'm boring as fuck. I don't have many hobbies. I play video games. I draw. I organize my room every other fucking night. I'm kidding. I don't do that. I used to. Definitely. Don't do that anymore. I don't have that sense of feeling chained down anymore. Thank God. Feeling like I could do nothing. Feeling like I wasn't improving. I finally feel like I'm improving again at everything. My 2-week Risk of Rain addiction is back. After they announced the Hollowed Concepts, which I'm so hyped for. I've always been fascinated with like personifications or concepts of death. So I cannot wait to play that. I figured this out recently in a devlog for the Alloyed Collective a while back. I'm pretty sure it's the Alloyed Collective. The Risk of Rain team confirmed that Arula Knight was a woman. I'll put a picture of Arula Knight on screen. I know I'm mispronouncing her name. It's Aurelia Knight. I've been pronouncing it Arula Knight ever since I started playing the game, and I'm going to continue pronouncing it that way. I also used to pronounce Wandering Vagrant wrong. I think I pronounced it like Vagrant or something. I can't remember that now. Yeah, Arula Knight. Confirmed by the team that she is a woman. She's the only one of the golems to have any sex because she has too much soul infused with her. A gender, not sex. I wish he had sex with me, but... yeah, that's... and I saw a meme of someone being transphobic because the sentient pile of rocks that you don't even have to interact with in a normal Risk of Rain run is a woman. I kid you not. It was crazy. Yeah, if I can find it, I'll put it up on screen. Like, dude, it's a fucking pile of rocks with soul in a video game, and she's entirely optional every run. What got you so mad, bro? I guess I'll just go into my preferences now. Just talk about me for a little bit. I've... How do I put this? I'm shy and introverted and autistic. That should just tell you everything about my tastes in people, in romantic partners. romantic partners. I think I've only ever had like 2 fictional crushes, ever. One of them is RC from Transformers Prime, because goddamn, you kidding me? And the other one, and this is a show that's currently airing. It's a show called Daemons of the Shadow Realm. It's by the same author as Full Metal Alchemist. I'll get into that in a second, because I have some gripes about people online right now. But there's one of the daemons of the main characters named Left. And the main character, I'll put a picture of him with his 2 daemons. Left, the woman, in case you couldn't tell. Yoru is his name. He's about as tall as me. See what I'm getting at? Yeah. I can't say I have any other fictional crushes. I've definitely had people where I'm like, whoa, that's pretty hot. 3 notable examples that are coming to mind are Granny Psycho with her hair down. Granny Psycho in general. Semiyu from Gachiakta, who is a lesbian. In a few of the panels, she's seen quite literally staring at girls naked, Playboy mags. So, she's just like me for real, for real. And third, and I'm gonna put up a very specific picture of this because I didn't think it until I saw this frame from the anime. Shoka Iuri from Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna throw up the specific frame that made me literally fucking blush my heart out because goddamn, tucked. Your shirt's tucked. You know, usually I call you a dweeb, but like that might be the hottest shit ever on her. Oh yeah, Loader from Risk of Rain 2 is another one where I'm like, damn, she's kind of hot. She's lifting that entire fucking thing. God damn. Anyway, back to the Fullmetal Alchemist thing I mentioned earlier. A lot of people are like, you know, saying this is by the same author as Fullmetal Alchemist. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Do we need to keep mentioning it? I get that, like, oh, she's a great author, she's a great mangaka. We should probably try to let Daemons of the Shadow Realm stand on its own. Like, people shouldn't be specifically watching it purely because they liked Fullmetal Alchemist. Because it's not at all like Fullmetal Alchemist. I remember people freaking out when they heard that in the opening, by Vaundy, great artist. In the opening, in a part not included, I'm glad it wasn't, he references the original Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood opening. And I'm so glad that that wasn't included. Because once again, Daemon should be able to stand on its own without Fullmetal Alchemist. And it does. So, like, can we just stop mentioning Fullmetal Alchemist? Daemon is such a good show, and there's only 3 episodes out right now. It's really good. But, like, so many people are, like, going into it being like, oh yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist. Sure, it's the same art style, but it has nothing to do with Fullmetal Alchemist. It takes place in a modern world. The power system is entirely different than alchemy is. The main character's a lot different than Edward was. The only similarity is that they're both blonde. Edward's more of like a fucking lighter, more pale blonde than Yoru is. It's like, come on. Yeah. Anything else? Any other like shows or something that came out recently? I don't think of anything I just want to talk about now. Dandadan. I love Dandadan. It's my favorite manga. Followed closely behind by the summer Hikaru died, and then got Kagurabachi. I love Kagurabachi. Anime coming out soon. I can't wait. By the time I record, this is April 21st, the day I'm recording this. I'm not sure when I'm going to put it out. But Kagurabachi anime is supposedly getting announced on the 27th. And I was talking to someone on Twitter about this. I ended up getting in like a reply chain with them. Where I quote tweeted something where like, I've been seeing a lot of people online being like, kind of gatekeepy about the anime. Because like a lot of people online were like, here, take this path. I was a bocce bro before the anime. It's like, okay. Who cares? It's the same people that are like anime tourists. Fucking cares. And I made this argument in one of the quote tweets. And it's like, if I had a favorite piece of media, you know, and suddenly it was getting a different adaptation in some way, I would be stoked. Not just because I get to witness my favorite piece of media in a different form, but because now people who like that form of media will get to see my favorite. You know? It's just like, why are we mad about this? Why are we trying to be a little gatekeepy about Kagurabachi getting an anime? It's good. More people should see that. And a lot of people tend to watch anime compared to reading manga. Just like, we should just allow people to enjoy it, regardless of whether or not they read the manga or not. It's pissing me off. The guy said he wasn't trying to be gatekeepy, and I totally get it. It's just how my brain interpreted it. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about the future a little bit, specifically for YouTube. There's gonna be only, pretty much, horror games. I'm gonna finish off No, I'm Not a Human. Currently, there's 3 more videos I need to do with it, I guess. No, 4 more. Right? Yeah. No, there's gonna be 1. I have 1 recorded already. It's gonna be released soon. Before I have to post 3 other videos first, though, because recording dates. But yeah, after that, there'll be 3 more No I'm Not a Human videos. And then that'll be done. And then I'm probably just going to record a bunch of horror games. Because I have a backlog. And I mean a backlog of horror games. I have so many I need to play. That I really, really want to play. Because they all look so good. You know? They all look so goddamn good. And I just really want to play them and post them. Yeah. What else is there? I'm not going to make... I don't know if I'll do any other videos about anything else. I know I said I was going to do Firewatch, but it's been so long since I've done Firewatch. Since I played it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to post it now. Considering that video, it was just me talking like I am now. Yeah. That's pretty much it. JoJo's Steel Ball Run. I got so tired of waiting, I bought the first volume. Turns out the first episode is pretty much just the first volume. No, there were more tidbits on Sandman and Steel, the guy who runs it. And Poco Loco, his stand is revealed in the book. They cut out all the parts where Poco Loco talks to a stand, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure. We still Ball Run released weekly in fall. Can't wait. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.